just in the good old 52nd, or no, I'm in Barlow Trail, pick and pull right now. Looking at this RAV4. Gonna be snagging these mud flaps. I'm also gonna be grabbing this OEM tow hitch receiver, which will be really helpful. Maybe we can get a tent trailer or something. Either way, sick. This tow hitch receiver is actually pretty easy to take out. Just 2 bolts here, 2 bolts there. Should pop out pretty easy. And then let's grab these mud flaps and fuck yeah, I don't really need much more out of here. Just kind of figured I'd check this out. Sweet, tow hitch receiver is out. Looks actually kind of bare back here without it now that I look. Fuck yeah. What a score. It's gonna look sick. Probably gonna paint it black, put some nice shit on it, clean it up, look nice. Fuck yeah, buddy. Got the hitch receiver and mud flap. Fuck yeah, it's gonna look sick. Had a little run-in at the door. They tried to say I was stealing relays. Which I mean, I know I got plenty of relays. They're not even for what I was looking at. I just happen to have them in my bag, bruh. But no, fuck yeah. Made it home. Gonna clean up this bar. I got some undercoating and some rocker guard I'm gonna hit it with. Somewhere over here. Let's see here. Yep, there it is. This is what I grabbed right here. Rust-Oleum, undercoating, rust resist. And also grab this rocker guard. I use this shit for everything, so might as well clean it up while I got it. And I'm not the biggest fan of chrome, so it's gonna look a little different by the end. Clean this shit up, make it look nice. Fuck yeah. I'll get back to you once it's stripped down. Got it all ripped apart. This top metal piece just separates from the actual toe part. So I figured I'd just clean off that the base and then paint this black or rocker guard or whatever the fuck I'm gonna do, and then put it all back together. Should look 1,000 times better once it's done. Still trying to get this toe thing out in the rear. I guess it's tow hook. This one's still in, but both the bolts come out pretty easily. This one, however, one of the bolts comes out perfect. And I think we can tell which one I've been working on. Fucking pain in my ass. Either way, it'll get done. It'll look good. Yeah, I'll get back to it. And I'll get back to y'all when it's done. It's the finished results on the tow hitch receiver. Turned out really nice, actually. I think I'm gonna go over and paint those bolts. I don't like that I left those, but didn't get too much more progress done on the RAV4, unfortunately. But my dad stopped by, so stop, check out the car. The '89 Civic is officially on the road, so that's kind of cool. But no, still grinding away. It's almost done. I'm gonna go buy a cutting wheel tomorrow, so I don't have to cut the other one. What a fucking pain in my ass. Like, it's so close. So close. But no, tomorrow I'll grab a cutting wheel and I'll just cut this one out because, yeah, I guess I was wrong, and the other one's stripped out too. I'm not sure if it's stripped out or something broke. Like, I'm not sure if there's a welded nut in there, like on the other side of that frame. But if there is, it's gone. It's toast, because that bitch is loose, but it's not out. I was even taking my time going back and forth with the WD-40, but didn't end up working. But no, I'll get back to her tomorrow after work. Hopefully get this side out, and then I'm gonna cut this side out because I'm not fucking around. And once I get all that shit done, I may just end up welding the tow hitch receiver in with a couple small tack welds on the back, because the front will work. It'll work great. Just the back, I'm a little worried, you know, if I do end up towing a tent trailer. I know it's not very heavy, but why chance it, you know? And I like the way the tow hitch receiver looks, especially now that it's black. It'll kind of look like almost like a rear step. But no, as much as this is annoying, I'm having a blast. Gotta love the car life, and I gotta love this RAV4. I love this car, so the grind never stops. Also forgot to show here the OEM mud flaps I stole. Well, not stole, I paid for them, but it's hard to find these bitches OEM, so they look really good now. And this is just rocker guard. I know some people use trim paint or whatever, but rocker guard does it for me. Finally out. Oh my god. There's one out. There's the washers and shit. Gonna keep those just to say I ground through another nut. I did it with the Prelude as well. But no, there's the stud. Where's my pliers? I'm sure this is hot. Not really too sure. They said I think there's a welded nut in there. And that's what was preventing it from coming out. Not really too sure. I want to stick this through, but I also don't want to have it rattle. So maybe I'll fight with that off camera and then, yeah, come back to it. But this side should be a lot easier because it's not sucked up to the frame like the last one. There's an actual little bit of room. So I'm just going to take an actual cutting wheel and just cut it out. Whereas this one, I wasn't really sure how I was coming at it. So yeah, it's out finally. Fuck, one step closer. Got the other side off. This one wasn't as bad. It still took me a little bit, but here's the finished bolt. A lot of grinding, a lot of swearing, and a lot of brakes because we don't mess around like that. But no, I'm gonna get this installed. Maybe I'll hit this with like a rust check or something, so it's not just festering. As long as it's neutralized a little bit, I feel a lot safer than if it's just sitting there rotting. Which, I mean, a lot of this is just surface rust. Like, this is all solid. Smashed it multiple times with that's my test right there. If it's strong enough for that, she's strong enough for the streets. But I definitely gotta get on this. If I can just, like, maybe I'll get a little sandblaster or something and go nuts. Either way, finally off, and now it's time to install the tow rack. This is post, I guess, rust treatment. This stuff isn't a miracle. Obviously, it's not going to get rid of the rust completely, but it will slow it down tremendously. This is first I did a layer of this rust check, rust killer. It's kind of like primer. And then I did a undercoating resist rust. I mean, it's not really an undercoating. I mean, it sprays like an undercoating, but to me, I'm using it more like a paint. And then I'll probably rocker guard this once the trailing hitch receiver, whatever the fuck. Well, actually, the rear hitch receiver, once that's all in, I'll rocker guard this entirely, but I kind of just wanted to hit the spots that looked like a little dire. Not dire, but the rust is starting, and if I can stop it or slow it down a little bit now, I'm gonna, because obviously I'll work on this car in the future, but for now, temporary fix. But no, let's get this rear hitch receiver installed. Alright, this is final. Might get another can and touch it up because in some spots it's a little thin. But no, I'm happy with how it turned out. Got this fucking thing on after some fighting. So nice, bro. Got my front mud flaps on. I'm gonna have to figure something out for the bottom bolt because it's not, I don't know, it's almost like there's no threads there. I'm not too worried. But no, I got a front mud flap now. Cannot install the rear because the exhaust sucks. But it's another thing I want to fix because something is not right. I don't know what the previous owner did, but this bitch rattles up a storm. I don't know, maybe the bolts just aren't tight enough. Either way, it shakes a ton and it rattles in the cabin and I don't want to listen to it. So yeah, I'm gonna fix that. But I think I'm done for this video. I'm happy with the progress I made. And it looks so much better. And now I got a tow hitch. That's a big thing. And not a big, ugly chrome one, like in Big and Bull. That looks nice.